What's up, YouTube? Noah here for Everything Pokemon, and today we are going to play the Aurora Blast theme deck on Versus Mode. So Aurora Blast is a Roaring Skies theme deck that features on the front Articuno, although more importantly in my opinion it has Salamence inside. Salamence is one of few Pokemon that actually have 3 attacks instead of the normal 1 or 2. And the first of Salamance's attacks will do 60 damage with just 1 fire energy. So hopefully we'll be able to get Salamence into play because Salamence is a really, really powerful dragon. Aurora Blast also came with Storm Rider, which is all the way at the very end here. Storm Rider featured the Dragonite, so each of these Roaring Skies decks features, along with one of the legendary birds, no love for Moltres, but Articuno and Zapdos, it also features a really powerful dragon type. And that's pretty neat. So let's get right into Versus Mode and see who we play against. Alright, hopefully there's more than one person online. And great, we're playing against one of the brand new Ancient Origins theme decks, so that's pretty exciting. I actually haven't picked this one up out of the online store yet, but I do plan on it. So my opponent, I believe, is choosing to go first. All right, let's take a look. We got a Fletchling and a Wingull. Now, take a look. We have Pelipper right there. I'm going to choose Wingull just to get the game going, but we can see here's my Pelipper. For 2 energy, it will do 30, which has the side effect of healing, and for 4, it'll do Water Pulse, which will cause sleep, so pretty good. Fletchling's supposed to be on the bench. And then Steven, supporter card, and a basic energy card. Don't really need that. And then Professor's Letter, I guess I might as well use it right now. Grab 2 water energy. And then we have this Swallow that I'd be very happy to discuss if we can pull a Taillow out of the deck. Okay, so I'm going to end the turn. Actually, I guess I might as well use Steven right now because it's a supporter. So I'm going to grab Wally because I want the evolution ability if I can get a Bagon out of here or a Shelgon or whatever. And then the basic energy, let's grab a fire because I have 2 water already. And that's all that I can do, all that I really want to do during this turn. Now, even though Wingull is a water type, there's no grass weakness, so that's good. And yeah, I'll be able to evolve into Pelipper and do 30 damage in the next turn, so that's pretty exciting. This game is off to a great start for me. So Spinarak is going to, I assume, receive an energy, and then String Shot has a chance at paralysis, although right now it doesn't make a difference because I'm about to evolve Wingull into Pelipper, which will remove that status condition. So we got a Combi and a Porygon on the bench. There's the Grass Energy, and I think we got String Shot. Here's String Shot. Do we get a Heads? Yes, we do. I'm sure that my opponent's probably feeling pretty good about themselves, but I hate to kind of spoil the fun. Awesome. We have a Bagon right here. I'm going to play that out. And I have Wally, but I want to wait, because if I can get a Shelgon out of the deck, then I can use Wally to get the Salamence. If I get a Salamence in my hand, then I can grab the Salamence and then, the Shelgon, and then use the Salamence. So, Fire Energy onto Oh, I messed that up. I shouldn't have done that. I should put a Water Energy onto Pelipper so that I can use Swallow. That will do 30, and if I had any damage, it would heal 30, or, based on the amount of damage that I did, which was 30. There's Regirock on the bench. Pretty good. 40 or 60. There's obviously no Pokemon EX. This is, after all, theme deck. But pretty powerful. Okay, so Ariados comes out. Poisonous Nest is really interesting. It has the ability to poison both Pokemon, which my opponent did choose to do. And then Impound for 30 and removes Retreating. Not that I would really want to use that. The good news is that Swallow will heal me. So, I'll take 1 damage counter after my opponent. And so there's 30, and I'll take 1 damage counter, so 40. But Swallow will actually heal me a little bit. So I'll send Pidove out. I guess, well, the question is, do I set up Pelipper? I think I'm going to put the fire energy onto Bagon. I could set up Pelipper, but with this poison, I'm going to have to keep using Swallow to heal, so I don't know. I think that hopefully I'll be able to get Salamence out here by the time Pelipper falls. And of course, here Ariados only has 10 hit points left. Pelipper will not be knocked out, and my opponent doesn't seem to have too much of a plan yet. No energy at all on any of the bench Pokemon, so I guess that's good news for me. Regirock takes a fighting energy. That could present something of an issue to me, but if I can get that Salamence out there, I could potentially one-hit it if I get it set up. So we have the switch out and Regirock. So that was smart, saving Ariados. That will save me from collecting one prize that I normally would. Although Regirock won't be able to attack and will now take 30 damage while I get to heal. So the lack of the attack from Ariados will let me heal completely, although I do still have the poison. So water energy onto Bagon. I might end up using Wally when I'm ready, but okay. Pelipper is completely healed, and then a damage counter, of course, from the poison. I assume that Regirock will be able to attack for 40. At this point, I guess I'm kind of using Pelipper as a wall. Oh, there's Healing Scarf. Smart idea. That means that every time an energy is attached, 20 damage will be healed. Kind of using Pelipper as a wall so that I can try to get Bagon evolved. But I love the fact that Pelipper can do some healing. Oh, and resistance. I didn't even notice fighting resistance. So this move will actually only do, what was that, minus 20 resistance. So this move will only do 20, and this move would only do 40. So that's really nice. Okay, so I just grabbed a Fearow. Not that I can use it right now. I don't have a reason to evolve my Bagon because Shelgon requires 3 energy to use. So I'm just going to use Swallow, which will do a decent job of healing me up. And actually, with that resistance, it's going to take a little bit of extra time for my opponent to get Pelipper out of here, and hopefully I'll be able to get a Shelgon and then a Salamence. Remember, I only want one of them because I can use Wally to get the other one. I just want to pull one of them, or some card like a Tierna that will let me draw 3 and then pull that. So I now have 30 left, but of course I'll heal. So there's Tailo. I guess it's worth mentioning. So Swallow will allow me to take 2 prize cards on a knockout. Peck for 30 and Wing Attack for 50. So pretty powerful card, coupled with that Ancient trait makes it a pretty good pick. So I will probably direct some energy over there. But, okay, Wingull is 50, which means that he will not... No, he will. I'm sorry. So 40 damage from Regirock plus the damage, the poison damage. So Pelipper will actually be knocked out. And now if I put Bagon out there, then he will be one hit. So I need to get my Shelgon on there, but I'm too afraid to, put him out there. And what if I don't draw an energy next turn? So I'm going to send out Pidove because it has 60 health plus the fighting resistance. And see, I pull a Pokemon Center Lady. Not helpful right now. Although maybe I could use it. That might be a waste on the Pidove. I just really need an energy or a Salaman or a whatever, one of those cards for Bagon. That's just waiting it out. Now I have this Fletchling here. It has fighting resistance, but Regirock can still do 40 damage. So, okay, Ariados chooses to poison both Pokemon. I guess maybe my opponent has a Pokemon Center Lady lying around, or is planning to get one, or I don't know what the rationale was there. I guess because, actually I see, because that will do 40 plus an extra one, and then that basically reduces Pidove to 1 turn instead of 2. So, alright, I get the this letter thing. I'm going to grab a fire and a water. I'll stick the water onto Bagon, and I'm going to have to use my Wally right now to grab a Shelgon. And, okay. So first of all, Shelgon has the Exoskeleton, which reduces all damage by 10. But, yeah, I'm going to have to hope to get a Salamence soon. I am all set up for Rolling Tackle, which will do 60, and it actually will knock out the Regirock. So I'm pretty satisfied, except if I send him out now, Regirock will be able to do 60 damage immediately. So the question is, I don't think I'm going to send him out now. I'm going to let him defeat Fletchling and then send out Shelgon so I can get that move in to knock out Regirock first, and I can save my Shelgon 50 damage, and maybe it'll last a little bit longer, so that I can, you know, get a Salamence. I don't know. That's just my plan here. So my opponent will end up with 3 prize cards remaining, and I still have 6 remaining. But once I get Shelgon out here, I'm feeling pretty good because I can get rid of the Regirock. Oh, there's the switch, okay. I will be able to get rid of that Regirock and the Ariados, both of them in 1 hit. Okay, so there's the poison. So Trip Over has a chance of doing between 10 and 20. So my opponent's really just trying to get that Fletchling out, and I guess finds that Oddish to be sort of unnecessary. Okay, so that does do 20, which means that Fletchling's going to last shorter than I wanted. I'm not going to use Pokemon Center Lady. Also worth noting is that grass Pokemon, this doesn't apply, so the Oddish did not get poisoned because it's a grass type, so I don't know. I'm going to stick the fire onto Swellow because I gotta have some options ready here, and Swellow is definitely a great option, especially since I can kind of, you know, catch up. Okay, so that's gone. I do have the switch here, so I can send Shelgon out, and then Swellow. So now my guess is, actually my plan didn't end up working. Oddish is probably going to retreat, and Regirock is going to come out and do 60 damage. That's going to be my guess. But once I get Swellow nice and energied up, then I will be able to do that. And, of course, the poison, that effect comes first, and then I believe Regirock is going to come out, which means that Shelgon's going to last a lot shorter. It's going to last only, I think, 1 turn instead of 2. So, not too pleased about that, but maybe if I can pull some energy, then, you know, I can catch up a little bit. But this is not doing too well in this game. My opponent definitely knows this deck, and they are definitely playing very well, so props to them. Okay, we saw an energy attachment onto another Regirock, and there's the retreat, and here comes Regirock with the Unyielding Rock. That'll do 50. I did actually forget about the Exoskeleton, so Shelgon will actually last a little bit longer. Oh, Pokemon Center Lady, great. That will completely heal up Shelgon, including the poison, so I'm actually very pleased about that. I'm sure that Ariados will poison again immediately, but that does actually help me out a lot, and that Regirock falls. Great. First prize is a Swablu. Worthless, honestly. I don't have any evolution cards for that. There are no evolution cards for that in this deck, so not a very good card. I guess it's good to sacrifice when I need to. Okay, so here comes Regirock. Okay, Professor's Letter, so definitely have enough energy. Although I will be able to knock that out in 2 turns. But actually, let's see, because then that'll do 30 damage. Okay, oh, there is the poison in. Okay, so there is a poison in there now. I don't know, that kind of throws the whole thing off. The question is, which one is going to fall first? Hopefully I'll have some energy onto Swellow so I can back myself up. But I don't know. This Ariados is really causing issues with that ability. So smart to just stick it on the desk. Okay, so yeah, smart idea. Take the energy instead of going to Oddish, put it there. Okay, so now I have 40 and then 10 over there. A Victini, which is bad draw. Honestly, it's a rare card, but it's not really good at all. Now, I have this switch here, but honestly, if I switch out, then it's not gonna... There's not much... I guess I'm really just hoping for a Salamence, and maybe it's worth it. Okay, I'm gonna switch out for Swellow, because Swellow does have the nice resistance. I can't attack, but it also Shelgon is cured of the poison. So hopefully I'll be able to draw an energy, either an energy or a Swellow. Or, sorry, not a Swellow, an energy or a Salamence. Either one would be great, or some card that will let me get one of those two would be just awesome, because, you know, then I can start doing some damage here, maybe catch up a little bit. I'm 5 prize cards versus 3, so I'm not too far behind, but I'm just waiting to put that Shelgon into use. Okay, so now I'm definitely glad that I used that switch. I know that was definitely the smart idea here. And for some reason, no energy attachment to Regirock. They chose instead for Oddish. Okay, Tierno, bring me some cards. Okay. Well, I can use this Fearow, which is not bad, but 4 energy for that drill run, which is a good move, but I don't think I have time. Luckily, I did get an energy, so I can use Peck here for 30. And I'm hoping if I can get another energy, then I can knock out Regirock, take 2 prizes, and even up the game. If I don't get another energy, then Swellow will fall, although Unyielding Rock could knock out, because I have 50 health remaining. Attach another energy there, Unyielding Rock for 50, and that'll knock out Swellow. Then I would put in Shelgon to knock out Regirock. But then Ariados could come in and knock out Shelgon. And then I'm in a pretty bad position. So just got to think ahead in this game. And thinking ahead, and I'm not necessarily liking what I'm seeing. But as soon as I get a Salamence in here, I will be very, very happy. That's all I really need. Okay, so... Oh, that's right, the resistance, but okay, so it does kill. It did 40 instead of 50, but I guess that killed her. Whatever. So Shelgon is gonna come out. We got an energy a bit late, but okay. I'm not gonna, well, no. I'm gonna play Fearow and attach the energy, because for a Pokemon with 100 health and it can do 30 damage for 1 energy, that will be useful. I don't have anything else on my bench, so I don't have too much of a choice. But okay, the Regirock falls. That is the second Regirock. I get my second prize card, which is a Tierno. Hopefully Tierno will bring us the goods, bring us that Salamence. And okay, Shelgon will not faint. Okay, staying up the Porygon 2. I assume that we're going to get some poison action here out of Ariados. And Sharpen for 20 if the energy attachment goes, so we'll have to see. Alright, this game got a little bit more interesting now that that Regirock is out of the game. There's the poison right there, as expected. Definitely a smart move. And boy, I wish I could target... if I had the Manectric, which is in another deck, then I could knock out that Ariados, but he's just sitting on that bench with 10 hit points remaining and constantly poisoning all of my Pokemon. I don't like it. Okay. Let's see Tierno. Come on. Let's go. Come on, seriously. We got a double dragon energy, which would be nice, but I mean, at this point, I don't think it's like if I retreat, I'm gonna lose all of my energy. I mean, I think I kind of have to, because I haven't seen another Shelgon yet, and I could do 60 damage, but that will knock me out. I'm gonna retreat. I'm gonna sacrifice all 3 because I do have this double dragon energy right here. So I don't know. If I pull out a Shelgon, then I will evolve this Bagon right here and attach the double dragon right there. If I pull a Salamence, then I can evolve Shelgon, and I'll be in a lot better position because I'll have 160 HP, I believe, instead of 80. I think it's 160. And then I can stick a double dragon on there and get right on my way to doing a lot of damage. But I got Fearow out here, 100 hit points, and it can do 30 damage per turn. So that Porygon 2 has 1 turn left unless we see retreat or anything like that. Okay, Oddish took 2 energy. We might see an evolution there at some point. Here comes the poison, of course, a smart move. This Porygon 2 is already poisoned. Excuse me. And I think we're going to see a Sharpen here for 20, and then another bonus from the poison. So that puts me at, 70 hit points remaining. So we get a Winnowa that lets us look for 3 normal types. And I'm going to use it. I don't necessarily care. I just kind of want to take them out of the deck because then I have a better chance of drawing better cards. So I'm going to just take kind of like those 3, I guess. Okay. Where's my... Okay, so I had a Tranquil. I'm just kind of taking out the bad cards just so that I have 16 cards left in my deck versus 24. Okay, I might end up decking out. I don't know. But I will hopefully get a Salamence at some point. Okay, we got an Articuno. A bit late in the game for that because Find Ice will let me find 3 Water Energy, although I only have 16 cards left in my deck, and then it's 4 energy for Freezing Wind. I think it's too late for Articuno, although Articuno would make a pretty good wall, so I'm probably going to stick it on my bench for after Fearow falls, and hopefully I can finally, eventually, maybe get a Salamence. I'm just waiting it out for that Salamence. Okay, possible paralysis here, and it goes through, which means that I have to forego doing damage. That's going to be a serious issue for me here, and of course I draw one of the 2 normal, or 2 colorless Pokemon that I couldn't get with that Winnowa, so just look at this hand, full of basic Pokemon and some evolution, all worthless. Then I have this Articuno, which I'm going to throw out there. Double Dragon Energy, I'm just waiting to see what happens with this Bagon or the Shelgon, and I don't know. This is not going too well. I'm running 15 cards. I don't know how many of those are energy that are left in there. I still have the Double Dragon. If I can get the Salamence, I can use the Double Dragon, and I can do 60 damage in 1 hit with the first attack. If I can get a 3rd energy on there, then I can use a move that does 20 damage times number of cards in the hand, which is great. Okay, Ariados gets a complete heal right there. Honestly, not terribly worried about that. And of course the paralysis goes through, which means that I have to forego doing damage again, and 30 right there. I get a revive, which I can't use because my bench is full. Not that I want to get any of these Pokemon back, I can't imagine. Won't let me look at my discard pile, but I don't think that there's anything interesting in there. Another waste of a turn. Fearow's about to fall. The one good thing is Articuno has a retreat cost of 1, which means that I'm going to put Articuno out next. So Fearow's going to fall, and then I'm going to lose a prize card, unless I can retreat. Yeah, because Fearow should have 10 health remaining. I don't know if I can retreat while paralyzed, but we'll see. Okay, good. So that does fail. If I can retreat, or actually, of course I can. There's another Shelgon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Shelgon out. That makes this one worthless because it has 60 damage and no energy. So Double Dragon is going to go onto that Shelgon right there. So I have that getting set up. I just need 1 more energy to be able to use Rolling Tackle. And I'm going to retreat for the Articuno. because that will give me some time. That will give me a decent amount of time to draw a couple of cards, hopefully get a Salamence, hopefully get, maybe another energy, I don't know. Then I can attach them to Shelgon, and then with one energy I can retreat Articuno, bring out Salamence, and I only have 3 prize cards remaining, so that would make the game go pretty quick at that point, so I don't know. Of course, we have Spinarak out here, which will not do anything. I mean, paralysis, but that doesn't really apply. Doesn't really matter. I'm not going to use any attacks. Although I'm, of course, poisoned by that Ariados that's just been sitting there the entire game. Alright, we got the retreat here. I think that my opponent sees what I'm trying to do here. And there's Impound for 30 damage, so already just 80 remaining. There we go! We did it, folks. We got the Salamence. We got the Salamence, and there are still 2 prize cards remaining. So let's just take a look here for a second and see. We can do Shatter right now with our Double Dragon. That'll do 60 damage. If I can get one more energy on there, either a fire or a water, then I can use Power Howl, which will do 20 times the number of cards. Which right now will be 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. And then Steam Blast, I won't even need to use that because I can, one-hit any of these Pokemon. So the question is, I guess really if I can get another Pokemon, if I can get another energy, great. Now things are going our way. Articuno is about to fall, but as soon as it does, my opponent will have 1 prize card remaining, but I will be able to one-hit all of their Pokemon, and that will put me in a position to win. So I wish I had gotten the Salamence earlier, but I now have a powerhouse, 160 hit points, full health right there with 3 energy. I can use Shatter and Power Howl. And my opponent has a full bench, so even if there are basic Pokemon in their hand, like I have, they can't get rid of them. So there's a good chance that they're going to just keep amassing cards, and that Power Howl will do a lot of damage. So, I mean, imagine Power Howl against me. Look at how many cards I have in my hand. That's ridiculous. So, this is starting to look pretty good. And with that poison, the Articuno will fall, which is actually now something that my opponent really doesn't want. They forgo the attack, as you can see, so that it takes an extra turn, but no. I draw an energy, so I can retreat, and I'm just getting this started a turn earlier, and I'm going to force them to end up with 2 prize cards at the end instead of 1. So that retreat, if I didn't pull an energy, it wouldn't make a big difference, but okay. Pull another energy, there is that, and we're now tied for prize cards, but honestly, there's nothing that they can do. Ariados right here can poison, but doesn't make a difference. The game's going to end too soon. I have 10 cards in my deck, so that would give me probably 10 turns if I don't go searching through my deck, and that should be more than plenty. So there's the poison. Honestly, doesn't matter to me at all because game's going to be over in, 2 more turns? And then, so here's a Spinarak that I can one-hit. I can one-hit any of them, but String Shot for the potential paralysis, that's definitely the right move because that's really the only option that you have at this point is to make the game, you want to make the game last as long as possible. So there's the paralysis, which means that I can't attack this turn. I'm not worried about losing the Salamence, but that will save my opponent 1 turn. I have an energy. Honestly, I'm not going to even bother with them because, I mean, I don't need to use my Steam Blast here, and I don't need any of these other Pokemon. My 2 best ones, or my 3 best ones, already have a lot of damage on them, so I'm just going to hold on to the energy for now. If I really need one, then I will use one. The question is, when are they going to get Tails? And as soon as they get Tails, then Spinarak will go away, and so will their opportunity for causing paralysis. So I think I just grabbed a Pelipper. Obviously nothing I can do here. So starting to take some damage. I still have 120 remaining. I'm not worried. The only thing that I'm a little bit worried about is I have 8 cards left in my deck. I only need 2 turns, but but if this paralysis keeps working, then I could actually end up decking out. If I could get anything that lets me shuffle my hand back into my deck, I would be in great shape, but oh my god, this is starting to become a serious issue. That would put me at 7 cards now left in my deck. I'm not happy about this. This is a really close game, and my opponent is very worthy. They definitely know what they're doing, setting out that Spinnerack, and they have a lot of luck on their side with that string shot. Probably more luck than I have, since it took me so long to get that Salamence out there. I'm not really worried about Salamence falling with 100 hit points remaining, but I'm really worried about decking out. I'm pretty worried about that. My opponent still has twice as many cards at 14, so that's not going to be an issue for them. But string shot, come on, we needed tails. Oh, so much luck. At least I don't have a trick coin. That would allow them to re-flip the die if they wanted to, and that would be really bad. I have 6 turns left. I have 6 turns left. I only need 2 of them. As soon as my opponent gets a tails, then it's all over. As soon as my opponent gets a tails, then I defeat the Spinnerack, and then I defeat whatever they send at me. 30 damage from impound, not going to do anything. 10 or 20 damage, not going to kill, or not going to KO, but boy, this is close. I guess I might as well get one of these guys ready to come out, just in case. Well, let's just see. Oh my god. So much luck here. I think the game kind of feels bad for them. They realize how intense this is. Okay, I can discard 2 cards to look for something. Seriously? Come on. There we go. I don't really care which 2 cards I discard, but actually, that was a mistake. It's a mistake. I definitely don't want to do that. I'm just not going to do anything because I don't want to make my game last any shorter. So, I don't know. I just succeeded in discarding 2 random cards. I'm going to start attaching energy to Shelgon. Honestly, not going to make a difference with 5 turns remaining. This is really intense. This is one of the best games that I've played in a long time when it comes down to this. I have 60 hit points left, which means that Salamence could fall. It's possible. There's a Gloom. A Gloom comes out here with an ability with the damage up to 30, but I assume that there's the 3rd evolution, so actually Salamence could definitely fall at this point. And there's a Vespiquen. I think Salamence is going to end up falling, and I think I'm going to end up losing. Boy, I think I already used up my Pokemon Center Lady. Yeah, I did. I think I used it on the Shelgon. So, I'm fighting it out, just like my opponent. We're both fighting it out. And, boy, I mean, a lot of people probably would have conceded when I got that 160 Salamence out there, but this guy really did a number on me. Now, my timer is ticking down even though their bar is spinning. I hope that there's no disconnection or anything, because I really want to see this game finish out, but nothing is happening, and my timer is just going down. I don't know. Oh, I'm inactive? Oh, okay. There we go. Another heads. Okay, I think... Look at this. I can attack, and they're getting me down. I have 50 left. 50. So, I meant to attach a water energy. Not that it matters, but... now they can definitely knock out, because right here, there's a 30. That's a 30. So, by the time I get rid of Spinnerack, I will be down to enough that Salamence will be knocked out. Hopefully, if I don't deck out, I can send that Shelgon out, and I can win. There is a chance. I just need a Tails on the string shot. This is one of the longest games I've ever... This might be the longest game that I've ever played. There's a lucky helmet right there. So if I do knock out that Spinnerack... Here we go. Thank you. So when I do knock out that Spinnerack, that'll be good. Now, what's going to happen here... I'm going to stick this Fire Energy on. I'm going to knock out the Spinnerack. They draw 2 cards. So now they're down to 6 cards, and I'm down to 3. I grab a Water Energy. Okay, my Salamence is going to be knocked out. They're going to take a prize card. Then hopefully, my Shelgon will come out and do 60, but, uh-oh, Gloom. Oh no, this is not good. I'm not going to win. I am not going to win. This is game over. Actually, yeah, there's a Vileplume right there. Oh, I was close too, but oh, wow. 3 cards deck here, 5 card deck here. I think this is the longest game I've ever played, and I don't know how long this, let's see how long this video is going to be. 35 minutes. That's a pretty long game, especially for an online game, but it's all about to end. It's almost over, and I have just 1 prize card left. And if Vileplume were not able to attack, I would win that turn, but no. This is it. Honestly, there's no reason to send anything else out. Nothing will be able to withstand a hit. It's 70 damage. I don't have a choice. I mean, I guess that Articuno, but not like it makes a difference. I'm about to deck out. I have 2 turns left. This is the end. I get 60 damage in, 70 damage remaining, so it would actually take me 2 more turns to defeat. I guess I really never had a chance, or at least not as much as I thought. Okay, the poison comes out. That didn't need to happen, but okay, fine. Rub it in my face if you want. Grass energy comes off. Now they're just prolonging it. Come on, do the attack. Finish it off. Oh, 2 cards left. 4 cards left. There is the winning kill, and what a game. I'm defeated, but honestly, I guess I can't be mad because that was just such an intense game. That was probably the best game of Pokemon Trading Card Game Online that I've ever played, and one of the longest lasting ones. So that was intense. I got down to 2 cards left, my opponent down to 5 cards left, but in the end, I just couldn't do it, and I ended up losing. So that was amazing work on both of our parts, and that was an intense game. I'm glad that I caught that on video. That is definitely one of the finer games that I have ever played and ever seen. So, really exciting footage. That was the Aurora Blast deck. It's too bad that I got Salamence out so late because I didn't really get to show off how great he is. I mean, I got to knock out a couple of Pokemon with him, but he ended up tanking pretty quickly. So, Aurora Blast is a great deck. You can find that deck and all of the other theme decks that I'm using, or all of the other, real theme decks like Aurora Blast and, all of those Burning Winds on the shop for 500 tokens each, or if you buy a physical box, then you get a code, and then obviously not including all of these basic decks which you get from trainer challenges. So, that was an intense battle. I am Noah for Everything Pokemon, signing off.